All right, guys, welcome back to another segment. And this time around, we are going to deliberate on so many things that relates to Chelsea. When I say so many things that relates to Chelsea, we are talking about players. We'll be talking about our next game. We're talking about Enzo Maresca. And we'll be talking about the Chelsea fan base. But which one should we start with?
The fan base.
Yeah, I think gifts.
The fan base.
The fan base.
All right.
There is a big problem with the fan base.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I think Chelsea fans are one of the, how will I use the word to, which right word should I use for somebody that is not matured? Like, we have the most childish fans. I don't know for Europe, but I think here in Nigeria, we have the most childish fans supporting Chelsea. Now, I remember towards the end of last season, that's the previous finished season.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, before then, while the season was going on, Maresca at some point he messed up, and everybody was hitting hard on him. Maresca this, Maresca that. You don't deserve to be here. At the point, we were at a pleasurable point, and I think the coach had to like follow the ideas of the fans. Okay, let me work with you guys. At least that shows that at least he is attentive. He's an attentive coach. And at that point, we were like, good, we're winning games. And we scaled through to the Champions League. We got to the Europa Conference League finals. This same Maresca, studying the game, second half, they were winning us first half, second half, he made it. We won the conference league. And I will say 90% of the fan base were like, Maresca is a set man. You are the set man. If we give you a year or 2 or 3, you will deliver something bigger. That was the mindset of the fan base because of his achievement at that point. But I was surprised just after Flamingo match. Now, before we played Flamingo, we played Los Angeles. Yes, I would say when we played Los Angeles, everybody was in their accurate position. Now we played Flamingo. Because we lost to Flamingo 3-1. 80% of the fan base now are shouting, take off Maresca. Take off Maresca. He is not matured. He is not this.
I said 9 day for the pitch.
Guy, that, like, when I was seeing it, I was like, are you people for real?
Yeah.
This is what Arsenal fans, they cannot do. They can't. Yeah. Arsenal fans, they can't do this. Even Man U fans, before Man U fans will even debate or they will start reading for the sack of their coach, it will take a while. Now, I can put to them, most of these people, that 40% of Man U fans, they cannot say sack Amorim.
Yeah.
They are very organized people. This is football, for crying out loud. You must not win. You must not win.
Every time.
So what's the problem with the fan base? Why are we people making this Chelsea like fan base look so childish, like we are children?
Yeah.
When he's with us, we go dance with them. If he knows with us, they say they can't come. It does not make sense, guys. It does not make sense. You in particular watching this video, you that wants to type sack Maresca, you were part of the person that said towards the end of the season, Maresca is a man for the vision. After all, the club gave him 2 years to give a trophy. But he did it in his first season. Yes. Big Dave.
See, this is not, we're not saying this to defend Maresca.
Yeah.
You understand? Severally, we've sat down and we've criticized the way Maresca has been doing things. But the fans should calm down. We should chill. My issue with the fan base is the fact that we can't stand on one thing. And I was telling you something before now. I said, if Maresca wins a game, why can't somebody, a fan, come out and tell us that Maresca is not still good? We should sell him out. We should sack him. If he wins a game, if he's giving us results, why can we not still stand on the ground that, okay, Maresca is not good? Why is it that whenever Chelsea loses, we always want to find somebody to point hands on? And the person that is unfortunate to carry the blame is Maresca.
Because he's the leader.
Yeah, he is the leader. And I'm not saying that he doesn't make mistakes. Yes. If I go back to the Flamingo game, yeah, I know Most people say yes. Why would he start James in the midfield when he had 3 midfielders on the bench? Very fine. That is a very valid point. But we cannot guarantee that even if he started an actual midfielder in that game, ahead of James, we will still win the game. That game was intense. Flamengo came out for us.
What did he,
And there were levels of irresponsibilities, not just from the midfield areas, from every player.
everywhere?
The players were irresponsible. They were immature in that pitch. They are not more composed. You watch the goals that Flamengo were scoring us. If normally the Chelsea that we know, if we are composed defensively, Flamengo has no issue scoring us. They won't have scored us. So why is it that when something like this happens, we want to point hands on Enzo Maresca? Yes, we know he is the leader, and I'm not trying to defend him, but at this point, calling for Maresca sack
It's not a good idea.
It's just lack of knowledge of football. And I thank God for
Immaturity.
I thank God for Oblis TV, because in Oblis TV, you don't just talk football because you want to entertain people.
Yeah.
No. We need to we need to learn. We need to sit down and learn this football thing. You understand? So for me, I don't see a reason why Chelsea fans are agitating for Maresca's sack because of we lost against Flamengo. PSG, your Champions League winners, they lost against Botafogo
Without a red card.
without a red card.
Without a red card.
This tournament, we have seen it that everybody has known that, yes, it's a tough tournament. I'm not in any way settling for mediocrity. I'm not saying Chelsea should be losing anyhow, but it's part of football. Sometimes we lose some and we win some. It's an opportunity for us to learn and move on to the next game.
Let me just ask the fan base one question. You watching this video now, if Maresca should win this Club World Cup, I'm just saying, if he should win this Club World Cup, would you ever open your mouth to say, Maresca, you should be sacked from the club? Would it be that bold? This is just one game from crying out loud. We have 80% chances of qualifying. So why are you hitting hard on him? Why?
It's just crazy. And to me, anybody that I saw some fans coming to me personally and you're telling me things, and I told them, guy, to be honest with you, are actually not intellectual for you to be telling me that we should sack Maresca because you lost against Flamengo. If he pay you now, because now you are the talk about, if they pay you, change the way you think about football. Now I will say it again. I'm saying it here. If Maresca is the sole reason for Chelsea losing a game or Chelsea not performing well, not doing well, we will come out here and we will say it as we have always been doing. But let us also remember that players has responsibilities in the pitch.
Good.
And when they're not doing it well, you cannot pinpoint the coach and say the coach is the reason. Let us not be hasty. I was expecting Mr. Peter, thank you.
We are heading there.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. Because you know why? I said thank you, Mr. Peter, because when he analyzed that match, he touched everywhere. He did not just talk about Maresca alone. Everybody were supposed to do well, when not do well, in pinpoint time. Palmer was out of that game. What is wrong with Kopama?
Let's not go. Let's
Enzo Fernandez, you did well the last game. In that game now, we don't see you again. They play you for 10. I was even happy that they played Enzo Fernandez as a 10 so that we can see that arrive when they arrive for the box. Arrive and there now, they score goals. They hit goals for us like Lampard. But nothing. Come on, bro.
Now, let me put a point on this same fan base. Now, the first game against Los Angeles, Madueke played nonsense. Noni Madueke, the supposed left winger that as of when he started playing that left wing last season, we all celebrated him and said he will bench Sancho. Now he played Los Angeles and he played rubbish, which we all agreed as a full team and fan base that he played rubbish. Now, to show that Maresca is a very attentive person, he watches us, he listens to the fans.
Yes.
He has seen that 90% of the fan base say this guy fuck up, no play him again. So what is his next strategy? As an attentive coach, he had to say, okay, let me make out a new strategy. He played Neto at the left. Now that Palmer that most of us as fans play Palmer for right, play Palmer for right. Say Najawe Pochettino play and rain shine.
Somebody even had the mind to say that Maresca is the one making Palmer not to play well.
That is senseless, bro.
I am flabbergasted.
But let's look at the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might not agree. You might stand to disagree.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a 50-50 team when it comes to this Maresca team. Why I'm saying this now is because of what he just said now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? With all you guys have been saying so far, we have touched everywhere that we are supposed to touch, not only the fan base.
Yeah.
Because you guys have also talked about Maresca and we are
Talking about the players. Yeah.
Now you say that Maresca, because of Maresca, Palmer has dropped form. Let me just put it that way. But do you know that also Maresca has his own effect on some players in Chelsea with the way he plays them?
Okay, like example. Okay, yes. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ask you for example now.
Okay.
Now that's aside.
Mm.
You cannot include Palmer in this list because Palmer is the player that has played the freest role
For Chelsea.
for Chelsea. And before the end of this season we just finished now.
Yes.
Palmer talked something. He thought say he likes that number 10 role,
That free role.
that free role. And in that free role, this same Palmer scored the number of goals that he scored. The issue of Palmer is his personal issue. He don't draw from. It's not a coach something.
Since they're saying
Then what about Gusto? It's not the coach.
You can as well. Where Gusto they play? Where Gusto they play? Okay, yes, maybe Maresca they invite him for midfield. We can point hands on Maresca saying, okay, you're trying to play Gusto in the midfield. That's why he's not really doing well. But has he even proved or has he played extremely well for us, Chelsea, on that right side?
I'm coming to
He
that
did
is
it.
exactly.
He played it well under Mauricio Pochettino, which you yourself confirmed it that with this kind of football that Gusto is playing, then we should not be missing somebody like Chris James.
Okay.
Gusto still plays the right back for Chelsea. At some games, he plays that right back position. Now, even though Gusto they play that right back position, we the fans will see Raid bring in James is not doing well. See, for me, I don't feel that even though Maresca pattern, a good player, a brilliant player is a brilliant player.
Now you talk about.
But funny enough, do you know that coach affects players?
Now let me talk about.
Now let's leave Chelsea.
Okay.
Let's move. Let's go to PSG, the champions.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
PSG has the likes of Mbappe, Messi, and all the rest, and got some good coaches. They did not. There was no much effect for them to win the Champions League or groom. The only thing PSG was doing just buying good players that are individually they are good. But when this guy, what's his name, Enrique came in, you see Bakola, Desire Duo, name it. Those young boys.
Gonçalo Ramos.
Do you understand? Those small boys.
Vitinha.
When he came in, even Vitinha is even last season that even Vitinha play his best. Because why? A coach influence was there to bring out the best in them.
Mr. Peter, there's nothing you are saying that is wrong. You are very, very correct. You understand? But for people to say that Maresca is not helping Palmer, I don't see how.
I don't want you to put it in Palmer.
Yes,
only.
no. I agree with you when you told me that.
We agree the point.
I agree with you when you said that Maresca is not helping Gusto. I'm not arguing with that. You understand? Maybe the only reason we will use is that he's inviting him into midfield and he's not good in the midfield. No, maybe we just agree that one.
Okay, I agree.
I know, but when people bring Palmer into the table, I get agitated, I get angry because where did this guy play under Pochettino that he did well that he's not playing under Maresca? Now we are asking, even if you watch Palmer, if you watch the games Palmer plays for Chelsea, he always drifts to the right. So more or less, he has a free role. Okay, if you want to go left, if you go left. If you want to go right, if you go right. If you want to middle, you go middle. If you want to even strike for us, you go strike for us. So why will somebody come out and say Maresca is not the one helping Palmer? Maresca is the reason why Palmer is not performing again. How can you say that? But Palmer scored 14 goals from the beginning of the season under the same Maresca with the same position he was playing him at.
He even has more goals more than most of the strikers in the Premier League.
Come on now. I feel like what is wrong with Palmer? As I came here, we talked about Palmer. I said, I am worried about Palmer. Because since he lost form last season.
Ending of last
season. Last year. Coming into this Club World Cup, you have not still seen the same. I'm worried. What is the issue? I'm not expecting somebody to tell me that is coach. Coach is not your problem.
See, my own emphasis on
But that does not mean that coach doesn't play a role in the development of a
yes,
player.
he plays.
If you are
Coach
talking
plays a
about
role in the
if you are
development
talking
of the
about
player.
players that Maresca is changing their positions, what about Cucurella? Cucurella has he not
God bless
kept
you, bro.
on-
God
kept-
bless you,
kept
bro.
on that form? If you
God
say
bless you, bro.
Cucurella is Pochettino invited Cucurella. Do you know
Okay.
that it was when Pochettino invited Cucurella that he saw the best of Cucurella because of he said that they were trying it in the training
Yes,
at Coban
ground, yeah.
Center. That they said that he was scared of introducing it. Then he now said that he will try it by inviting Cucurella. And when he tried it, it helped because it gives
Caicedo, yes.
You understand? So the same thing the Spain coach did for Cucurella too. He invited him. So Maresca have seen that Cucurella will suit into his kind of football. It's still that same inversion.
Thank you. God bless you. Now,
Except you want to see
now,
Cucurella.
if-
I want to listen to what DJ wants to say.
Cucurella
Yes.
inverting him, he learnt it. He adapted to that position. Why can't Gusto adapt to that
That is
same
where that individual
inversion?
brilliance come. That is where that
Why can't
individual
Gusto?
brilliance
Because all
come.
of them are player, na the same player. All of them are
They
the
pay
player.
on our money.
Normally, as a footballer, you're supposed to even adapt to different rules. This is the new system of football.
Guy.
But I don't want to put it that okay, you must be changing the role of players.
Yes.
You understand? So if Cucurella can excel, even this Maresca is a season now. Pochettino was playing Cucurella. Where Cucurella they stop under Pochettino football.
Na
Na midfield.
You need a
But
goal.
under Maresca said Cucurella said they did for
They enter 18
front.
box.
in the score goal for us. You understand? So you can say that Cucurella has improved even with his inversion. So you that the coach is trying to invert Gusto, I'm using Gusto as a case study. You are supposed to have been better by now from that midfield areas.
He has been doing that in series of games.
I've said this thing a lot of times. We have seen it that Gusto has been in positions where Eto'o Sabi shoots, Eto'o Sabi wire shot.
If you give us more goals.
If you also go through Gusto where. And I'm expecting you as a defender, go and learn in the training ground. Go and learn how to shoot shots. Go and learn how to score goals because you are arriving in positions to score
You
goals.
learn how to score goal when he's already failing in defending.
Okay, let me just take.
See Enzo don't they use head, they know ball, they score.
Guy.
You see Enzo.
Now that when individual brilliance they come in as a player,
Come
and
on,
that's always
man.
my emphasis. Okay, let me go back to the Flamingo game. Now, where did we play Gusto? Gusto was playing the fullback. Gusto was the person that was mounting that place. But what did Gusto do? I was even expecting Maresca to even remove Gusto, then take James back there, then bring another defender,
Bring another midfielder.
another midfielder. Sorry,
Gusto 1-on-1 defensively is poor.
He's poor.
We should just say it the way
it's
it is.
poor.
You understand? But this is everything we just talk now still under fan base. Make me chill. Guys, calm down.
We don't move from fan base up every now. We are
I don't say
if we want to move from because we from fan base enter Maresca. From Maresca, we enter player.
we
We never touch all the players. So.
you know why we talked about
we're not going to touch all.
Okay,
but
okay.
everything I want talk.
okay.
I don't know, but somebody made a statement. Me, I made an emphasis on it.
Yeah.
But I want to hear your thoughts on it too.
Mm.
Is Maresca sentimental when it comes to the case of selection of players? Because tell me why you will have a player of Andre Santos and you are yet to start him or feed him in a game.
Now this is where I tell you guys that just because I said even we should chill about Maresca doesn't mean that I will not hit on him when he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Now on that, when I was watching the Flamingo game where they were beating us 3-1, and I said something, I said, this will be the opportunity to bring in Santos. I'm not saying you should bring in Santos so that he will come and change the game.
Just let's.
We want to see how he will perform. Even you as a coach, you don't just write players off like that. At least watch them, see how they can fit into your system. And so for me, I was not happy with that. The fact that he did not play Andre Santos in that Flamingo game. That would have been a perfect opportunity. Yes, you already lost, but bring the guy in. So on the issue of being sentimental, I will not be in a hurry to say Maresca is sentimental. Let us watch Esperance Tunis game. From there, they will know what to say.
Tuesday, Wednesday early morning.
In the case of Andre Santos, I was expecting to see Andre Santos in the Flamingo game. Like my own prediction be say, as far as if Santos don't miss first game, you know, go miss this Flamingo game. And for me, I believe that Santos is a potential player. He's a very good player. If he can have that record in the League One, for me, I know he would, even though at the beginning he might not like blow up, but with time, he go give us that what they find for Chelsea. And me, I was surprised that this man called Maresca did not play him. Now, when the game was on, when we were losing 2-1, when he removed the Reece James, I was expecting him. As I just say the Reece James won't come, I don't say, oh, Santos, they come. And I saw Lavia. I was like, God. At least you've tested Lavia. We've seen this Lavia. Give this Santos a chance. But I will not say that he's being sentimental because of he's not playing him. But I think he still needs the fan base to push hard on him in that aspect.
So one way or the other, fan base is important.
Fan base is important.
No, man, but sometimes they make it too extreme.
Don't make him feel bad. Do you know that the fan base?
I'm part of the fan base.
Now, do you know that the fan base had a very bad effect on Nicholas Jackson? It affected him emotionally. We might not understand. It affected Nicholas Jackson because I think 95% of the fan base we hit too hard on him. It was too hard.
For
like,
Nicholas to come out and apologize.
Before
he knows what
it was too hard.
I've gone to that guy's Instagram account before to make a comment. Sometimes he lock his comments.
Wow.
It was too hard. Like it's too at least these are our players. Yes, we know say yes, we go hit hard on them, but
then they be human being before they be footballers. Oh.
At least that was his birthday. There was a right.
Oh my.
I guess we'll end it here.
Ma drop one line. For birthday, other people they receive gift card. But Nicholas get mine, they receive red card.
Red card. Oh man.
All right, guys. I guess that will be all for now when it comes to talking about Chelsea. When next will come, we'll grant on another topic, something interesting, something tighter. I understand. One thing I would like to talk about is why is Kenji PS not involved in this club?
Another talk, Seth. Another talk.
Thank you very much. I remain your humble boy, Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.
Don't forget to like, share, and
subscribe.